Going forward, Jude and Noah start to become more intimate. They start to continue to take their relationship more serious and to the next level, and they start to want more from each other. And so that terrifies Jude to the very core. It terrifies him. He has no idea what to do. He doesn't know what is going to happen, or if Noah knows what to do and he doesn't want to seem underexperienced. So like he's having like an anxiety attack about moving forward, but he really wants to do that and be with Noah.
So the 4B season premiere picks up where it last left off at Bayfest. Callie has just gotten in the car with, a suspected murderer. Jesus just got knocked out by Nick, and I am just walking around aimlessly on pills. And, so it's just a lot has gone down for this whole family, especially in this one day. And it's something that Mariana has kind of been living with in fear of this whole season. So it's all kind of come to reality. And because of her decisions, Jesus is in the hospital and Callie's put in danger. And that's a lot of weight already put on to what she already has put on. So through this season, she's going to kind of deal with that and the underlying issues as to why she makes the decisions that she does.
Yes, so it was extremely dramatic because Jesus was just beginning to be okay, and then, obviously he gets hit. So there's going to be some serious repercussions from that are going to affect the entire family, Lena probably especially. The whole family just kind of is in this tailspin from that event, and because of that event, some other things go under the rug a little bit, like what's going on with Callie, because she doesn't want to be adding to the fray of all of our issues with Jesus. So a lot going on. Yes, it always seems like our secrets come to a head. We all explode. We all promise we're never going to have secrets again, and then we slowly but surely keep building up our secrets. But that's what makes our show so fun, because it's not always easy to talk to your parents. It's not always easy to admit your mistakes. But that's what's so great about our family, too, because we always deal with it with love and understanding and a lot of Advil.
Well, I mean, the long-term recovery of having a seizure can vary. And, no matter what, anyone who knows the person who has a seizure, if there is some sort of recovery process, it affects them because the person might, have might have a change of attitude. They might not have the same preferences that they had before. And they could be easily angered or upset or frustrated.
Yeah, I think honestly, this is an interesting shift for Brandon. He usually, everyone's been progressing and growing, but this one I've really noticed because of the Juilliard thing, I feel, and sort of his experience in New York, his brief experience in New York. He, I think, sort of takes a step back and takes a more mature route and starts observing more about what's going on around him with other characters. He starts getting involved with Jesus, feeling like he could help the moms in any way he can with Jesus and everything that ends up sort of developing with that situation, with the medical situation with Jesus. And he's just growing up, taking care of people, and for once not focusing on himself.
At the end of season 4A, Callie has found herself in a bit of a precarious situation. She's in the car with someone who she now suspects is potentially the murderer of this kind of story that she's been trying to solve and crack. And so in usual Callie fashion, she makes a decision in hopes of making, the situation better for everyone, and potentially ends up making it worse for herself. So you're going to see her really having to struggle for a few episodes at least. Callie never wants anyone else to have to take care of her. She's quite independent and she's so used to handling her own business, and I think she feels like she's already been such a burden on the mums and on the family, so she's really trying to take things into her own hands, which of course is a terrible idea, but it's the Callie way. And so you see her really trying to utilize her connections with Erin, her new friend, and really trying to kind of get herself out of her own situation, which leads to strife. She's been in juvie twice, she's a foster kid, she's a flight risk, so on paper she really looks not great. You're really going to see the frustration of that for Callie, and you're really going to see the fact that this girl is adopted and she is getting her life together and she is at a great school and she's getting good grades, but she's got this record on paper and it's totally conflicting with who she is, and the frustration of that and how the system is flawed still. Even if you can overcome the system, it's still ingrained in what you look like on paper and how that can affect you. I mean, obviously Jude's storyline is always evolving and progressing, and I'm loving his relationship with Noah in this season. Another one that I'm interested in is Grace, the new character. I think she's really interesting. She has a lot to bring to the table for Brandon. I think he can be quite wrapped up in his own world and his own dramas, as a lot of teenagers are. But I think she really opens his eyes and kind of makes him take the carrot out of his butt a little bit.